18 take 3.
Speed, Mark.
Hi, I'm the team leader, Steve. Or Captain Steve.
I'm not calling you Captain Steve.
Captain Steve is someone who is searching for something that he's been searching for his entire life.
The very hairs on the back of my neck are always at attention because I know at any given second he can show himself.
He's chased after this imaginary thing and that he wants to be tangible. I think everybody's had that in their lives.
Hi, I am Mickey. I am 26 years old.
Ricky wrote the part for me. And at first, like, it was kind of weird because I would see some lines in it where I'm like I had a line where like I would say awesome a lot.
I shot this short film called Blood Brothers.
Steve, freaking awesome.
I don't feel like I would say awesome here or something like that. And then I started noticing throughout the day where someone would be like, hey, Aaron, you want to go do this? I'm like, awesome. It was kind of weird because it's like making me look at myself and be like, well, am I Mickey?
Yeah, Moose. Real name's Franklin Simmons, so you can understand why I go by Moose. There's this, I think this secretly that he's happy to be around friends, but doesn't really show it.
I say we camp out for a few weeks and really investigate.
No way, man. I would rather watch every Tyler Perry movie.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a researcher and fellow camera operator on Project Bigfoot.
The only girl with these 2.5 morons.
I'm surrounded by idiots and assholes.
She just wants to have a normal moment. If this were me, I would probably play along and be as silly as these boys.
All right, yeah, we're gonna go. Thank you.
Kevin is absolutely hilarious, and the biggest problem is trying to keep a straight face with anything that he says.
He brings this grounded part to it, but then it's like he goes crazy, but it's not like, you know, out of this world crazy. It's like legitimately scary crazy, but in a funny way.
He's been awesome. He's been better than what I would imagine for Willie Ray.
That's nice. You boys are nice.
That's a crime.
I ruined takes. I ruined some takes for laughing.
When Ricky laughs, you're like, yeah, I got that one. Because it's like,
There's been so many moments where it's been so hard not to laugh.
And you don't know what's going to come out of their mouth. And every take is different. So that is probably the most difficult and the best part about this project.
we're bouncing off ideas off of each other, we're laughing, we're trying to make each other laugh. I think is always a good thing. It always makes it really easy.
Here we go. And action.
Ricky somewhat feels like the set father.
He's letting us play and we're free to do what we want, and he's really open to it, and this room to improvise is a very new experience for me.
You have to believe it. If you don't believe it, it's not funny.
The idea is that any of the footage was only captured by Jamie, Steve, Mickey, or Moose. You know, how do you get different shots if it's always on someone's shoulder? We've definitely wanted to keep the look of this dynamic as possible, while again grounded in reality and with these characters.
He knew what I wanted to do right off the bat, and I think I appreciate his level of detail that he's putting into little things. It's all about the little things.
This one's like, we got to get it all in one take.
Even from an improviser's point of view, that's exciting, because sometimes if you're on a fifth take and it's going perfectly and something happens, you just better respond, and sometimes that's when magic happens.
Each character has their own voice behind the camera.
It's almost like a dance. It's like a choreography between, like, you know, I'm paying attention to the DP, but I'm also trying to pay attention to what my character's doing and trying to get Ricky the right, you know, make it look like we're actually filming this thing.
I get so jealous when I'm behind the camera for scenes that I think look so beautiful. I'm like, I want to be in there.
It's easy. I actually thought that we were going to be holding the cameras ourselves. I'm so relieved it wasn't that way, because I would have just fudged this whole thing up.
I might still be controlling the zoom and everything like that with one hand and operating with the other, but I have a great first AC who's pulling focus. We have Armando with the boom mic right behind me, and Ricky's tethered to the camera with a little handheld monitor, and we all kind of shuffle around and we make it work, and sometimes the camera's swinging this way and swinging that way, and everybody has to hide real quick, and it's part of the fun of filmmaking, you know, is how do you take something that isn't real and make it seem as real as possible.
I'm trying too hard.
We're living under one roof for 10 10 to 12 days. We're eating together, we're laughing together.
It has been terrible. They have harassed me day in and day out. They're great, man. Andy and Nick, as you know, we're all sharing one room. I'm top bunk, dibs on top bunk. Emily has her own room. No big deal. I'm not complaining or anything to anyone.
The same one?
Yeah. Oh, my heart just skipped a beat right there. I got nervous.
Oh my
I said pussy down. Oh.
I've never had an experience where it's just been like, 12 days in like a house with the crew, the actors, and it's like we're almost like family. We eat dinner together, we do everything together. If a take doesn't work, we're not all like pissed on some sets, like, God, that guy screwed this up, like, oh, I gotta get out of here. It's like, hey, did you get it? No, let's do it. And everybody's like, yeah, let's do it.
I think it's fantastic because right away you get to know everybody. This feels like we're all on a big holiday together out in the woods.
I know they're not all going to be this special. They're not all going to be this good.
I think this will be something I'll never forget.
It's been like almost like just a vacation where we get to work and do what we love to do the most, and that's amazing.